For this, that will go overnight.
Yeah, I know. So I am just recording now to do our experiment for today. It's doing the experiment for stoichiometry. We prepare our. This one is better for that one. Yeah, I think this one is better. We prepare our test tube, the Bunsen burner, and we weigh our mixture of potassium chloride and potassium chloride together. And we use the catalyst as manganese dioxide. First of all, we need to make sure that we need to heat our test tube to get rid of all the humidity. We'll just try to test our, just try to warm our test tube for only 1 minute or 2 minutes, just to make sure that there is no heat there is no humidity will be inside the test tube. So we will put the flame at the bottom of the test tube, just to make sure that warming the test tube from the bottom. And also you don't need to go up in order to not melt the rubber of the clamp. So I think there's a smoke there. Let me check, we are good. Now we turn off the Bunsen burner. Okay, and wait until the test tube cool down. We use this tongue to hold the test tube, and we have to take the weight of the test tube by using the small beaker. Okay, we're using the small beaker. Put the test tube inside the beaker, and try to take the mass of the test tube, empty test tube after it's cooled down. Make sure that you have to put the beaker on the balance and start the balance. Neglect the mass of your beaker. So I'll put the beaker on the balance, and then I will the test tube inside the beaker and try to take the mass of the beaker without any materials. Okay. Now hold your test tube by using the palm. Release the clamp a little bit. Put the test tube inside the beaker like this. Okay. Make sure your test tube is a little bit cold. Take the mass of the empty test tube. Then we put 1 gram. We weighted 1 gram before, and we tried to put all the manganese dioxide inside our test tube. We weighted 1 gram of manganese dioxide. Okay. Then we weight the beaker and the test tube with the manganese dioxide. Then we need to hold the test tube by using the clamp. Put it in, clamp it by using. Make sure your test tube, the clamp right in the test tube. And the most important thing, you need to make sure that your test tube sitting in angle like this way. Now we need to heat the manganese oxide for a certain time. Let's take about like 5 minutes. Spark the Bunsen burner. Make sure your burner with the blue flame. You can put it like this. Try to put the top of the flame at the bottom of your test tube. Try to heat up the manganese dioxide for 5 minutes. Okay. After 5 minutes, wait to test tube to cool down also for another 3 minutes. The top of your flame will be at the bottom of your test tube. I hope we will finish this demo within 30 to 45 minutes without any issues. Make sure all the test tube or the side of the test tube will be heated up from different angles. If you think your flame is too high, you can just little bit reduce the flow of the gas. Just make sure you can control the height of the flame. Wait for another 1 minute, just to make sure that all the test tubes have been warm enough and your manganese dioxide is dried without any moisture. Okay. Now shut off the valve of the gas. Wait for 3 to 4 minutes to cool down the test tube and weigh the test tube again after cooling down to the room temperature. You want to weigh your test tube. Don't forget to use the tongue to hold it like this way and put it inside your beaker. Leave it to cool down for 2 minutes, another 2 minutes, just to make sure it's cold before you have to go to the weigh your test tube with your manganese dioxide. And try to put the try to put your measurement to the 4 decimal. Okay, so take your beaker with your test tube and weigh the beaker with your test tube together. Now we need to add all the 4 grams of your mixture, potassium chlorate with a potassium chloride. Add all your 4 grams of your mixture inside the test tube like this. Make sure to move all the mixture inside the test tube. When you add your all mixture inside the test tube, try to tap the bottom of the test tube, like by your finger. Just try to mix all these two materials together, manganese dioxide and your mixture, like this way, to make sure you got homogeneous mixture like this. Make sure everything has been mixed in the right way. Okay. Then put test tube on the side the clamp, this. Now you need to heat up the test tube for about 15 minutes. Okay, to decompose your mixture, potassium chloride with potassium chlorate will be decomposed and it will release the gas. Okay, so you can just adjust your watch for 15 minutes and try to clamp the Bunsen burner like this. Try to put it bottom of the bottom of the test tube. Make sure the top of the flame will reach the bottom of your test tube. Sorry. We are warming our mixture for 15 minutes to decompose the potassium chlorate into potassium chloride and oxygen gas. And after the 15 minutes, we need to cool down the test tube for 4 to 5 minutes and then take the mass of the test tube with all the mixture together by using our beaker and try to write the first run after we heat up the test tube for 15 minutes. After that, we need to heat up the test tube again for another 8 minutes and waiting as put it into cool down and take the mass again and see the difference between the first run and the second. If the differences between these two runs are within 0.05, that you are good. You don't need to do the third run. If it's not, you have to heat it up your test tube for the third. Because of the time issue that I have, I'll do only the first one and take the measurement, but you can do the second one and see the difference between these two. Again, if you have 0.5 difference percentage, that's all. If you think you got more than that, you need to do the third one. After that, you need to do your calculations. When you finish, you need to clean your test tube by using the tap water with a brush and dump any solution in the barrel that we put it in the corner of inside the room. You don't need to dump your solution inside the sink. Okay, this is for your safety and the safety of our environment. I just need to wait another 5 minutes, and then I will wait for cool down for the test tube for 5 minutes, and I wait the mixture and see what is the mass, and I will stop the recording. But you need to proceed with your second and the third run if you have any differences between the first and the second. The last 2 minutes, I will just try to make sure that I try to heat all the test tube from all the sides, cut off the gas, make sure that all the temperature is getting good for all the side of the test tube. Make sure that we heat up our mixture in the proper way, and then I will shut off the flame and leave it to cool down, and I will stop the recording. Shut off the valve, the gas valve, and leave it to cool down for 5 minutes. And then take the mass of the test tube with the beaker and put your measurement in your lab notebook, and then go proceed to the second run. Doing the same thing, just put the test tube, clamp it again on the clamp, and heat it up for another 8 minutes. and leave it to cool down. Take the difference between the first and the second run, and you suppose you got the difference between two measurements within 0.05. Okay, so thank you very much for your listening.